helped me to reach 2,000 subscribers. I found the plane ticket by accident. It slipped out of a purse and fluttered across the kitchen tiles like confession she never planned to make. One seat, one secret. And the moment my eyes fell on her name printed beside a date she never mentioned, something inside me cracked loud enough to echo in my ears. For a second, I could not breathe. The kitchen smelled like her jasmine tea. The air sounded too still. Even the morning light felt wrong, like it exposed something I had been too blind to see for far too long. 17 years of trust, and a single piece of paper shattered it. I picked it up with shaking fingers. The trip was scheduled for tomorrow morning. Destination, Istanbul, a city she once said she wanted to visit with me someday. A dream we had shared over late-night talks and soft promises. But she never invited me on this one. She never mentioned it at all. My heart felt heavy. Not like heartbreak, more like disbelief trapped inside my ribs. When she walked into the kitchen, she froze. Her smile faltered the moment she saw what I was holding. The quiet broke between us like fragile glass. "What is this?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. It still came out rough. Her eyes flicked to the ticket, then back to mine. A pause stretched too long. A pause filled with fear, calculation, guilt. "I was going to tell you," she whispered. "When?" I said, "After you landed." She pressed her lips together. Her fingers trembled around her mug, the tea inside slightly rippling. I needed time to figure things out first. The word sliced deeper than I expected. Time to figure out what? Us. Her life. Another person. Questions spiraled so fast I felt sick. I wanted to believe there was an innocent explanation. A work trip, a surprise, anything. She had never given me a reason to doubt her. But secrets do not exist without purpose. "Why one seat?" I asked. She inhaled sharply. "Because I was going alone." "Why?" She did not answer. Her silence was an answer of its own. I stepped back, feeling the cold floor through my socks, grounding me enough to stay upright. My thoughts spun with memories. Her late nights at the office, her sudden interest in dressing up for simple errands, the way she guarded her phone recently, turning it face down on the table, silencing notifications. Tiny things. Things I had brushed aside because love teaches you to trust the person you choose. I had chosen her. She had chosen something else. Is there someone? My voice cracked, barely holding itself together. Her eyes glistened. Not with sorrow, with conflict. The kind that reveals truth before the mouth ever speaks it. The silence that followed was the loudest sound I had ever heard. Finally, she nodded. A tiny, broken gesture. But the moment she did, something inside me collapsed with it. "How long?" I asked, my throat burning. "A few months," she whispered. "It was never supposed to happen." I let out a shaky laugh that did not feel like laughter. "They never are." She moved closer, reaching out like she had the right to comfort me. I stepped away. Her hand faltered in the air, then dropped to her side. "I did not plan the trip for him," she said quickly, sensing my thoughts. I needed space. To think, to breathe, to understand what I was doing to us. To you. And the best way to think was to buy a secret ticket and leave without telling me. Her tears finally escaped, sliding down her cheeks. "I am lost, and I did not want to hurt you more than I already have." But she already had. The hurt had settled deep, rooted in every moment she chose silence over honesty. "Tell me one thing," I said quietly. "Were you going to come back?" She looked down. Her silence stretched again, suffocating the space between us. That was my answer. My chest tightened, but not with anger, with clarity. The kind that hurts more because it feels like truth peeling layers off your heart. "I deserve someone who stays," I said. She looked up, startled. Her voice trembled. "I know. I am so sorry." "I hope you find whatever you were looking for," I said. "But you will not find it by breaking me." Her tears came harder, but I could not comfort her anymore. Not this time. Not after this. I placed the ticket on the counter, walked past her, and left the kitchen. The silence behind me felt like a door closing. I did not look back. She did not follow. Later that night, I packed a small bag, not because I was leaving forever, but because I needed space too. Real space. Honest space. The kind that lets a person breathe again. I did not take a plane. I drove to my brother's place, replaying 17 years as though flipping through a slow-burning film that I never realized was slipping toward its final frame. Some betrayals yell. Some whisper. Hayes was quiet, careful, almost gentle. But it still broke the life we built. The next morning, she took her flight. I did not call her. She did not call me. Maybe she needed to find herself. Maybe I needed to find a way to live without the weight of a love she no longer chose. Either way, our story reached its ending. And for the first time in months, I felt the sharp sting of truth, then the slow relief of acceptance.